Recently, I went on vacation, and I want to talk a little bit about what devices I brought and why, and what device I ended up picking for the most part. Also, stick around for the end of the video because I have a surprise. Definitely stick around for that. Recently, I went on vacation, and I also got sick. That's why, hence the frog voice. Do forgive me, I've been dealing with some asthma issues for the last couple of weeks, so that's why I haven't posted a video, because up until a couple days ago, I couldn't really speak very well. So anyway, I wanted to talk about, I had a vacation, and I ended up taking 4 different handhelds with me in my backpack. The Powkiddy V10, the Anbernic RG40XXH, the Anbernic RG35XX SP, and my Ion Odin 2 Pro. Yeah, I know that's a lot, but it was kind of a road trip, so I could be a little more flexible with my electronics since I wasn't going on a plane. Also, the reasoning behind choosing those specific 4 devices were this. The 35XS SP and the V10 were pocket devices. Kind of just wanted to test out which would work better for me when wandering around. The 40XXH came with me because I literally just got it the day before I went on vacation. So I did a quick first impressions video if you saw that, and I didn't really get to spend much time with it, so I wanted to bring it along. And my Odin 2, well, just in case I had a lot more time playing some higher end games, I ended up bringing that along. My trip was a family vacation. We did a lot of swimming in Lake Michigan, kayaking, and driving around seeing some of the cool local sites. I didn't have a ton of time to play games during the day unless I wasn't driving or I hung out in the car while my family did some shopping. Mostly it was a few minutes here and there, and that was kind of perfect for the 2 pocket devices that I brought along with me because I just wanted to kind of test it out for a few minutes at a time. Then at night, winding down, watching the Olympics, I could get a little gaming in. With all that out of the way, my SP actually got the most use. I did check out the V10 on the go, but kind of kept wanting to go back to the SP. And I only ended up playing with the 40XXH while I was back at the cottage at night. And to my surprise, I didn't even touch my Odin 2. So, which I think is probably the first for me. It's probably a little mad at me at this point. So the reason is behind that, like I said, I was on the go quite a bit, and the SP and the V10 were two perfect pocket devices. But the SP, I really, really liked it because I wasn't playing a whole lot of games that there wasn't a lot of Wi-Fi where I was, let alone cell service. So I like the SP because I felt like, just because it's a clamshell, I felt like I didn't have to baby it at all. I didn't feel like, not that I was worried about the V10, but I didn't want to accidentally scratch the screen with my keys and pockets and whatnot. So the SP, it's a little more sturdy with it being a clamshell. The other thing that was cool, and I didn't think that this was really going to make a difference, but I did find myself playing, there were a few times that we actually went to a couple places, and like I said, my family was doing their thing, going and spending lots of money, and I found myself just kind of relaxing, because that's what you do on a vacation. To each their own, whatever. Anyway, but I found myself, just kind of cozy up in a corner. I found a Wi-Fi signal, or I used my hotspot on my cell phone, and I was able to connect and do some retro achievements. Now, this wasn't exactly a factor in my vacation, like I said, because I had very slim cell phone service and mostly with no Wi-Fi. One thing I did like about the SP is that it does have retro achievements and it does have built-in Wi-Fi. I didn't bring along the little silly dongle that, if you saw my V10 first impressions video, I didn't bring that along because honestly I didn't want to lose it. It was just gonna probably be thrown in a bag of rocks or something dropped in a lake, used as fishing bait, maybe something. I didn't want to bring something tiny like that along. For those that don't know much about retro achievements, I will have it linked in the description below. Once you connect to Wi-Fi and have your achievements login, you can start having some fun, really get into some extra fun for whatever retro games that you were playing maybe as a kid and you want to go through and, hey, maybe I want to actually play through, Zelda and get all of the things. Maybe you didn't get to do that as a kid. They have fun little badges and extra little points and things like that in there. So it's definitely a fun thing that obviously you need to be connected to Wi-Fi. Then you can get your achievements. But like I said, maybe you want to play Super Mario 2 for the 7,000th time and you can earn a little bit of fun while you're doing that. So definitely check that site out and create a login. Note that you will need to go into RetroArch on the device to add your retro achievement credentials. Also, feel free to add me on the site. I'm Retro Fun Tech on there, and you'll probably get more achievements than me because I seldom actually play through quite a few games. Usually I'm just testing it out, and this was the first time that I actually got to really sit down and play a game for a while. Also, another thing worth mentioning, I know that I kind of harped on the clicky buttons on this device, but I think I've actually gotten over them, or at least for the most part. I am still planning on doing a button mod. I didn't want to do the button mod and my little surprise portion at the end, so we're going to separate those two videos. I still do want to do the button mod, like I said, because the back buttons, the shoulder buttons, I think I saw more of a trick that we're going to see if that works. And it would be nice to quiet these. It would be nice to just maybe they press down a little bit more like a rubber membrane connection. We'll see. Okay, now, if you have stuck with me throughout this whole video, congratulations. High five. I did mention that there was going to be a surprise at the end, and I showed this little device cover that I have here for the SP in my first impressions video for the 35XS XXSP. Oh my gosh. I understand their naming convention, but for the love of God, Anbernic. I don't know why it's so hard to say that name. The Anbernic RG35XXSP. Why don't they just name it like Joe or Mike or Martha or something? I don't know. You didn't want me to call it Steve, right? Anyway, so here I have, this is the little case that I showed in the first impressions video, and it's pretty cool. I don't have a use for it. I just wanted to, give this away. I figured, why not? Somebody else might want this, might love this, and might really want to use this on their SP device. There is also, in the bag, there is a tiny lanyard, and you will get all of these. I barely used this. I just put it on one of my SPs, and then I took it right off, and then I put it back in the bag, so it's like not even used. I haven't taken it out and about. It has not even left my office/studio, whatever you want to call this place up here. So you can definitely get this. Now, like I said, if you haven't watched my first impressions video, I definitely would do that. Go to the part where you see that I'm talking about this. If you have a texture issue, if you are sensitive to textures or, things like that, definitely pay attention to that. This does have kind of a sandpaper granulated feel to it. It's not terrible. Food for thought. So if you do have any sort of sensory type issue with that, or if whoever you're giving this to maybe has that, just keep that in mind. How do you get this cool thing? Here is how you get this. How do you get this delightful little item? Here are the rules. You need to like this video. You also need to be subscribed to the channel. You can do that right now. You should do that right now anyways, aside from the giveaway. But so like this video, subscribe to this video, or subscribe, like this video, subscribe to my channel. And also, I want you to comment below on what you're playing on your 35XS SP. And if you happen to not have one just yet, or if you were watching this and you're getting this, you want to win this for somebody, things like that, I get it. If you don't have an SP, same rule applies. I want to know what you're playing either on your SP or what other game you're playing on your Retro Handheld, and also notate what Retro Handheld if you're not playing the SP. I just want everybody to comment, and I'd like to find out what kind of games you guys are playing out there. I like to throw in new games into my videos and test them out. So you must do all three of those things to be eligible to win the case. Now, I will give the case about 2 weeks-ish. I say ish just because school's starting and my mind gets a little bit crazy with all of that pretty soon. But we're going to do it probably right after Labor Day, and I will have a drawing. I'll have a community post, and I will tell you exactly when and what time, what date I'm going to draw everything. So keep a lookout for that. So that's why you want to be subscribed, and you want to turn on your notifications for this channel so that you see everything. You could be the new owner of this awesome little case for your Anbernic 35XSX for the SP. I hate the name. Those are my thoughts, not yours. Thanks for watching. Be sure to definitely do what you need to do to get thrown into the drawing for the SP case that I'm going to give away. And thanks for watching. Stay awesome, everyone, and go play some games.